Example 3. Activation and linking of overrides. 3A. Single overrides. After working through this unit, you will know what overrides are and which overrides exist for the sun protection actuator N543. You can select these overrides specifically and parameterize them correctly, both individually or consecutively. Sun protection actuators can not only control blinds, but basically everything that is driven by an electric motor. This also includes awnings, electrically operated sun sails, roller shutters, and windows, especially roof windows, which are to be opened and closed automatically for ventilation purposes. All these applications have in common that they are located outside the protective building envelope. Therefore, they must also be protected against the rigors of the weather. The sun protection actuator N543 is equipped with up to 7 override functions per channel. The name override means that the normal function is interrupted in manual or automatic mode due to an exceptional situation, and the action intended for this exceptional situation is carried out instead. The classic example is the wind alarm. Let's look at the parameters for this now. They have to be set for each channel separately. Under Functions and Objects, you will find the list of the 7 overrides below. I changed the first one to Wind Alarm. This creates a new page, Override 1, Wind Alarm. The default settings of this override mean that when a 1 hits the wind alarm object, the sunshade will be opened. At the end of the wind alarm, the wind sensor sends a 0. The actuator then goes into the state that it would have resulted from other positioning or travel commands in the meantime. The parameter for this is Behavior on Deactivation Override, Updated Value. This would set up the alarm for the time being. Now we can make further adjustments. First of all, the monitoring of the sensor has to be set. For this, we have to set a suitable time in the parameter monitoring time. Usually, it is recommended to set a time which is greater than 2 times the telegram cycle time of the sensor, for example, of a Weather Central. The Siemens Weather Central AP257 has a minimum cycle time of 3 minutes. Therefore, I set the monitoring time for 6.5 minutes. Please also note, the actuators have a direct operation option. The user can therefore operate the channels directly on the front panel. If the wind alarm is active, however, this is not to be recommended. Therefore, the parameter Direct Operation with Active Override is set to Disable. We've now reached the end of this part of the chapter Overrides. Thanks for watching. Now you are able to configure a single override. In the next part, you will learn why several consecutive overrides are sometimes necessary and how they can be configured in the correct way.